Hello students and welcome to the fifth lecture in the lecture series for the course of Artificial Neural Networks for Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering students of the 7th semester Goa College of Engineering. I am Ms. Purti Savardekar, the faculty in charge for this course. In the last lecture, we understood how McCulloch-Pitts neuron model makes use of several simplifications. We therefore studied the improvements, the flexibilities that are therefore incorporated to finally obtain the version of artificial neuron that is most commonly used in neural network literature. We also got introduced to the world of activation functions with the simple binary signum activation function, also called the step function. And we used it to understand the effect of internal bias facilitated by the augmented input. It would be really nice if you could go back to that video and maybe watch it at twice the speed just for revision before we begin with today's class. Today, we will enlist some more activation functions. As you already know, activation functions are used to calculate the output response of the neuron. There are certain desirable properties that the activation functions need to possess in most of the applications. Firstly, the activation functions need to be non-linear. Non-linear activation functions allow the model to create complex mappings between the network's inputs and outputs, which are very essential for learning and modeling complex data like images, video, audio, data sets which are non-linear. Secondly, as we will see in the upcoming classes, gradient-based methods that calculate the weight updates require derivative of the activation function in their formula. This needs the activation function to be differentiable. These properties do not restrict the existence of other types of activation functions. Activation functions may be chosen according to the application. Now, let us see the most common activation functions. I would like you to note each of these functions and find out if they are linear, non-linear, differentiable or non-differentiable. Let us discuss more about them during the Google Meet Live. The first and the simplest one is the identity function. It is given as f of x equals x. This is that. The next is the unipolar binary step function. It is given as f of x equals 1 if x is greater than equal to 0 and 0 if x is less than 0. This is what it looks like. Next is the binary bipolar step function. It is given as f of x equals 1 if x is greater than equal to 0 and minus 1 if x is less than 0. This is what it looks like. Next is the unipolar sigmoidal function. It is given as f of x equal to 1 upon 1 plus e raised to minus lambda x. Here lambda is a constant whose value we can choose. It decides the slope of the function. This is what it looks like. Next is the bipolar sigmoidal function. It is given as f of x equal to 2 upon 1 plus e raised to minus lambda x minus 1. The value of lambda decides the slope just like the previous activation function. This is what it looks like. Next is the unipolar piecewise linear function. It is given as f of x equals minimum of 1 and maximum of 0 and x. Minimum of 1 and maximum of 0 and x. This is what it looks like. Next is the bipolar piecewise linear function. It is given as f of x equals minimum of 1 and maximum of minus 1 and x. Minimum of 1 and maximum of minus 1 and x. Next is the absolute function. It is given as f of x equal to the absolute of x. This is what it looks like. Then is the hyperbolic tan function. It is given as f of x equals 1 minus e raised to minus lambda x upon 1 plus e raised to minus lambda x. This is what it looks like. After that is the arctan function. It is given as f of x equal to arctan of x. This is what it looks like. Next is the rectified linear unit or ReLU. It is given as f of x equal to maximum of 0 and x. This is it. Next is the leaky rectified linear unit or leaky ReLU. It is given as maximum of 0.01 times x and x. The last activation function that I would like to enlist is the softmax activation function. It is given as f of zi equals e raised to zi upon summation of e raised to zj over the values of j from 1 to k. This list is in no means exhaustive. We will be using only a few of these activations in our scope of study. Those would be the unipolar and bipolar versions of step and sigmoidal activation functions only. Let us discuss these functions more in depth in the live Google Meet. See you there. Thank you.